picking him in top 10, I'd hope you're putting him at left tackle, right?
Well, I'd almost think at the start off, Free played good last year. Play everybody where they're comfortable to start off. And if Free regresses or something, you're not happy with it, you can always try Smith over there. But start Smith off where he's comfortable, because that was one of the concerns with him was intelligence and his ability to pick up the playbook and the scheme and his ability to make that adjustment to the left tackle. So if you don't have to do that, that eliminates one of the big concerns with him.
Yeah, how about the DeMarco Murray pick to the Cowboys, someone's asking. I think we kind of hit on that when it happened, but
we both like DeMarco Murray. It's just
I don't get it.
For the Cowboys, yeah. I mean, even if Marion Barber's gone, which looks like he probably will be, you're essentially drafting a third-string running back.
Yeah, that's my problem with the pick. You have needs. You have your defensive backfield needs a lot of help. So
right.
that
defensive ends.
The Bruce Carter pick, kind of baffled by it too. Defensive ends, yeah. It's just I don't know. I'm not sure I like this Cowboys draft. Yeah.
I don't like when teams get cocky and think they're better than they are and ignore needs.
Ignore needs. I mean, I thought maybe Jerry Jones wasn't going to after taking Tyron Smith, but no will. Cecil Short's most logical spot for him. I don't think he's going to go in the next rounds. Maybe not even the next 2 rounds. So.
Well, I got a bet with Josh Buchanan on him that he'd go before. What did I say? I can't even remember what the bet was now.
Did you say 4th round?
I remember that he'd go before Stephen Burton. So.
Okay. I know a lot of the national talking heads were high on Cecil Short, so.
I mean, in terms of specific team, too, it's
God knows. At this point, who knows? Either of the defensive tackles the Panthers took have a chance to pan out. Terrell McClain, Sione Fua, one more than the other.
I think they're both good players.
Yeah, I think Fua's the safer pick here.
Right.
I like McClain too, but I think Fua is going to do something for you, and McClain maybe slightly more risky.
I mean, you know what you're getting, Fua. McClain, you're right. He is risky. He wasn't overly productive, but I think part of that was the way they used him. They basically kicked him out to defensive end on 3rd downs this past year. But he was first team Big East. He's a good athlete. He moves well. So yeah, I really like both those picks for Carolina, honestly.
Yeah.
And it was such a need. I have no problem with them going with 2 of them.
Yeah, I definitely have no problem with them attacking it the way that they did. So.
You got to re-sign Charles Johnson, though, if you're Carolina. You cannot let him go.
Yeah, I think they got to bring him back. He's such a huge piece of that defense. I definitely would hope that that Ron Rivera will want to bring him back. Shane, do you think Mount will ever start for the Patriots?
Well, I mean, not like as a full-time starter unless Brady gets hurt.
3-4 years from now? Is Brady going to keep it going? Do you think they're going to trade him before then? I mean, I think he could. I think he eventually could.
I mean, how old is Brady here? I mean, is
30,
he that old?
I think he's in his mid-30s.
Yeah, 33. Yeah.
I mean, he might have 3 years left. Who knows?
Never know.
It's all about does he get to that second contract or not,
And if he doesn't start for them, I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, if they parlay him into a first-round pick in 2-3 years.
Yeah, right. And so I think if he gets some, if he gets some playing time at any point because of injury or because they're up on a team, it might be helpful.
I like that pick for the Patriots.
Yeah, I know you like. I'm not quite as. I don't know. We'll still see. We'll see what happens because if they can't parlay that into a draft pick, I think they could have went another direction. Any late round tackles, guards with starting potential down the road. I know a lot of people are high on him. I like Willie Smith at ECU. Very developmental, but I think he's one of the last potential left tackles left in this draft.
Well, I don't know if he's a left tackle, but a guy that I like, I actually took him in the 4 mock in the 7th round, Garrett Chisholm from South Carolina. He's a big kid. He's 6'5", 312. He can play tackle. He can play guard. He's coming off a knee injury, so that's a concern. And you might kind of have to redshirt him almost as a rookie, but I like Chisholm. Byron Stingley from Louisville.
Yeah,
Watch out for him.
Up.
Yeah, he's a sleeper to watch out for. Mims, small school kid, David Mims out of Virginia Union. And as a deep sleeper for a potential tackle, Eric Mensick out of Oklahoma. So, yeah, there's some interesting guys in the late rounds.
Yeah, I'll get Keith Williams, offensive guard out of Nebraska. I think will be a 6th or 7th round pick. Is very intriguing to me. A very powerful player. And I still like my small school guy, Brandon Fusco out of Slippery Rock. I think give him 4 years, I think he can develop into a starting center. So, thoughts on Greg Jones and potential suitors for him, because he's still on the board, one of the more highly touted college players that neither of us were too high on at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, and I just think it was a case where I think he tried to put on weight to show that he's not so small, and I think he lost a lot of the speed and athleticism that was kind of his calling card. But at the same time, too, I mean, there's something to be said for a guy who was that productive and played that much football in the Big Ten. So I like him. I mean, I think he needs to come off the board in the 4th round tomorrow.
Yeah, I think he's going to come off the board very soon with that production. I'd maybe like to see him in some type of cover 2 scheme, maybe somewhere like Chicago, though I think they don't have a pick in the 4th round. They traded that for Stephen Paya. Tampa already got their linebacker, so I don't really know if there's a great fit left for him from what I'm thinking. Who goes first, Jones, or do you think Quan Sturdivant's going to go before him? I think Quan Sturdivant might go ahead of him, actually.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so I like Quan Sturdivant a bit more. Let's see things that we haven't answered yet. Goodbye, Jack. Thanks for coming in from Australia. Much appreciate you and Caddy both stayed up late. Thoughts on Vereen and Ridley to New England? They complement each other well. I'll give New England that. I think they're good complements to each other. I'm not high on either player. I think that Ridley more that bigger back. I think Vereen can do something in that offense. I think he's a good fit for their offense. I think it screams about the current running back situation for them. This is the Patriots we're talking about, so, taking them over a guy like Kendall Hunter, how do you think those two work out?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the picks. I like Vereen a little better than you do. I thought Ridley was maybe the biggest reach of the top 3 rounds.
Wow.
And if you were that concerned about the running back position, take Ryan Williams at the top of round 2.
Yeah, I don't know why they would just do that and go from there. What do you think will draft Kendall Hunter tomorrow?
I gotta take a look at the.
Yeah, let me take a look at the draft order here. I think Kendall Hunter is going to be an intriguing player. I think he has some upside. Denver, I think, still a possibility. I think they're still going to look at a running back at some point.
St. Louis.
Yeah.
They want a guy to, Josh McDaniels is really big on screens and stuff, and I think that would be good.
Yeah, I think Philadelphia also looking at running back too. If he falls that far, I think they might be an interesting fit.
I'll go with the Rams.
Rams. I'm not sure if they're going to go running offense that much in a row, but I like it. I think they need a player like that. Best wide receiver on the board right now. I'm guessing we're in agreement here on Edmund Gates.
Yep, correct. I got my next 3 are Edmund Gates, Greg Salas, Tandon Doss.
Yeah. I think those 3 I kind of expect to be off the board today. So, WMD, she's fairly young. Are you LaShore? Thank you for good job with all the Lions picks there. Some people are saying maybe the Browns draft a running back here. Now they got Montario Hardesty last year, but I have heard some rumors that they are looking for a 3rd running back, maybe with someone like Jaquiz Rogers or Tywan Jones.
Yeah, I can see it.
Jaquiz Rogers, too small or a specialist?
I'm not a fan. I think he's overrated. But I tell you what, I mean, the further you get down, I think 5th round's fine. I just had issue when people are talking about him 3rd round, 4th round. I mean, I can live with it. I wouldn't love it. But, I mean, 5th round, I'm fine with taking him.
Yeah, he's very productive. I think he's a better college player than NFL player, and that's okay. I think he can help you out. The problem with me, is that he didn't return anything in college because they needed him to run the ball. I don't know how he is as a return man, and that's what I want from a player like that.
Well, and, yeah, he's small, and you look at a guy like Darren Sproles, yeah, he's small, but he's really fast. Rogers is small and he's slow, and that's not a combination I like.
Yeah, and then that's a combination that just does not work in the NFL. too well. Our thoughts on the Colossal